Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom, and in this video we're going to take a look at a new announcement from EA, because they've announced that there's 3 new Star Wars games in development. I guess we don't know what stage. 3 of them coming from Respawn. 1 of them we already know about, 2 we don't, and it's those 2 that I'm more interested in. But let's jump straight in. We are here on the EA sort of official press release. Electronic Arts and Lucasfilm Games announced new Star Wars titles from Respawn Entertainment. I didn't enjoy Fallen Order. Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order, which was a Respawn game. The story was fine. Some of the characters were great. It's not a gameplay style that Dark Souls like. I just don't enjoy that. And it didn't really feel Star Warsy to me. I wanted to feel all powerful, and I felt like a chimp waving a plastic sword around. But news. Let's get on to that bit, shall we? Upcoming titles include the next game in the Star Wars Jedi franchise order. Jedi franchise order? That doesn't make sense. Star Wars Jedi franchise. So it is now officially a franchise. It's not just 2 games, it's a franchise. A new Star Wars FPS from Peter Hirschman, and a strategy game via a publishing collaboration between Respawn and BitReactor. We'll jump back to this in a second, because BitReactor is a fairly new studio. It says veterans of Firaxis, who made XCOM and Civilization. Brand new studio, focused on turn-based strategy games, which is interesting. A turn-based strategy, XCOM kind of stuff. Wasteland 3 was excellent, and I suppose that was a turn-based strategy. Yeah, in the Star Wars, it depends which route of Star Wars they go down, because you've got prequels, OT, and sequels. If it's anywhere between prequels and OT, I'm probably in. But let's just read this and then we'll see what we think. I've not read this yet, so. Launch today, blah blah blah, EA and Lucasfilm, blah blah blah, joining forces to do all new world-class gaming experiences set within the beloved Star Wars galaxy. Respawn Entertainment, best known for their work on Apex Legends, Titanfall and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, is leading the development and production of these projects. Vince Zampella, GM and founder of Respawn, will oversee this new phase of EA's relationship with Lucasfilm. That's interesting. Building on Respawn's award-winning history in game development and expertise in telling compelling Star Wars stories. Expertise in telling compelling Star Wars stories. They've made 1 game. New phase of EA's relationship with Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm came back in with the game publishing. Disney clearly wasn't happy with what EA was doing with the license. So I think we already know that the license has been thrown out to other people, and EA have to cope with that. So they're going to want to make the best Star Wars games so that you will always buy them and their properties, which makes perfect sense as a business. This is a good way to do it, because are Respawn the biggest darling in the gaming industry at the minute? They don't tend to fuck over gamers. They haven't really released broken things that I'm aware of. They're still relatively new, so they haven't had a Cyberpunk incident, but they might be the new darlings. I'm not surprised that EA is putting them forward for this, and they're an incredible studio, so yes. Game director Stig Asmussen and his team at the studio are already working on the next game in the action-adventure Star Wars Jedi series, and are joined by 2 new teams working to deliver additional unique Star Wars gameplay experiences across multiple genres. Leading the development of Respawn's all-new Star Wars first-person shooter game is Peter Hirschman, game director at Respawn, who has a long and accomplished history with the Star Wars franchise. The 3rd title is a Star Wars strategy game based through a production collaboration with newly formed studio BitReactor, helmed by industry veteran Greg Borscht. I've totally got that wrong. I apologise, Greg. I'm really sorry. I'm shit with names. Respawn will produce the new Star Wars strategy game while BitReactor leads on the development of the title. Makes sense going by their expertise. We're excited to continue working with the superbly talented developers at Respawn said Douglas Riley, VP of Lucasfilm Games. They have demonstrated excellence in telling epic Star Wars stories along with best-in-class gameplay across different genres, and we are looking forward to bringing more amazing experiences to the galaxy far, far away. But no, yeah, technically and gameplay-wise, excellence is the perfect word to describe them, so yes, okay, I'll let you off with that. Building on the previous successes of our EA relationship, what were they? This new collaboration highlights the trust and mutual respect shared between the world-class teams EA, Respawn and Lucasfilm Games, said Sean Shoptar, SVP of Walt Disney Games. How many game studios are involved in this? Fostered by the expertise and passion within each team, we will create thrilling original games for diverse audiences across the Star Wars galaxy. Working with Lucasfilm Games on the new FPS in the Star Wars galaxy is a dream come true for me, as this is a story I've always wanted to tell, said Hirschman. It's interesting. Game director at Respawn. Peter previously worked as VP of development at LucasArts and was executive producer on the original Star Wars Battlefront games. Ooh, that's a bit tingly. Hirschman and the team at Respawn have just begun work on the title. Work has already begun on all three of these projects, and Respawn is looking for talent to join the teams. Additional information on available job openings can be found at Respawn Careers. We're huge fans of Star Wars here at Respawn, and we're thrilled to work with Lucasfilm Games on new titles that we have wanted to make for years, said Zampella. If you want to make great Star Wars games, you should come and join us on our journey. So, turn-based strategy game, that could be anything. It's probably going to be a squad, and you move people around. That would be an interesting way of doing something clone-y or maybe stormtrooper-y. You could have different classes of stormtroopers and characters and Imperial. Actually do an Imperial game for once. A first-person shooter could be anything. I'd love it to be something a bit bounty hunter-y and, scum and villainy kind of aspect. It doesn't have to be a Boba Fett, a Cad Bane, anything like that. I can't really imagine that it will be... I don't know though, that actually wasn't Jedi Knight first person and it was blasters and lightsabers. That could be an interesting way for them to go down. I mean, basically we don't know anything, I'm just speculating here. Definitely interesting. I'd love Respawn games, I will play them. Like I say, didn't love Fallen Order. I think that's more because of how I feel about Star Wars. And didn't Fallen Order come out around the time that Rise of Palpatine came out? Which was a disaster of a film, and it was the bookend of a, let's be honest, a disaster of a trilogy. There's definitely something to be excited for here. For me personally, as a more of an FPS player, that stands out to me more. There will be so many people who can't wait to get the next installment of the Jedi franchise. I get that, a lot of people enjoyed that, and depending on what they do with it, I could be interested. I will still play it, let's be honest. But this is really cool. 2 interesting announcements off the back of something that we already knew. Details are very scarce, so stay tuned to keep up to date. If I see anything in the news, or if you want to send me any articles that you want me to cover, if you see anything on this, feel free. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully more content will be on its way now things are starting to settle down over here in the studio, which is good, and I'm looking forward to getting back onto the content train. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.